Hi everyone, this is Bobo the Vulture. This is Let's Play Gran Turismo 2, and it is time for more fun with this old game here. First, let's continue, then we'll go back to the garage and sell off a couple of Speed 12s for $500,000 a piece. We'll be millionaires, everyone, millionaires! Not the first time it's happened, and it won't be the last. At some point in time, I will definitely need to have my overall cash limit back up to 2 million again, because I'm not gonna play the game without having the one best car. That'll just be madness. That way lies madness. You know what? Maybe now's the time to get it. I can go through, do a couple more runs of Red Rock Valley. Get in the car. Okay. We'll do a greatest hits tour here, everybody. We'll get the Densos, so we'll get all of the cars. We'll get like the 4 cars that are good for running this particular event. And then, after we've done that, we'll have $2 million. And we'll be able to buy the game's best car. And if we have time in the video, folks, we'll take the game's best car out for some spins. Yeah, that sounds like something that we ought to and will do. That way, if I ever get frustrated with the game... What, 2 Lister Storms? Well, I know where you guys are finishing, 5th and 6th. No offense, Listers, but, you were put in this game, and seems like we're set in a category that you would never win out in. Or in which you would never win out. I don't know what you want to call it. So, I've been told, and I haven't checked it out myself, to see how they would be different in terms of stats, but I've had somebody tell me that as great as this car is, that they would say that the Castrol Tom Supra is even better and is in fact the best car in the game. It's been a while since I've checked out the Castrol Tom Supra. I would imagine it's a great car. I don't know whether it drives any differently or is any faster or slower than this particular Supra. I sort of have been running off of the impression that they were built to the same spec for the same Japanese GT championship or something like that. And so it would be essentially identical. But, you know, I might not be right in that at all. But either way, I know saying best car in a game is subjective. So I'm not going to say that anybody else would be wrong to say that Castrol Tom Supra is the best car in the game. But I would say that I'm not going to say that. I have a different car in mind as the best car of the game. And you may already know what it is. You may already be leaving your guesses below in the comments as to what you think that car is. Or maybe I've already said it during the LP. Maybe I let it slip. I don't think I've really said too much about it. But either way, Either way, this car's doing the trick. It's doing its job well. It's all done very well. No, keep it steady. Don't lose it, don't lose it. Ow. That certainly put me in a situation where I'm being caught up by another car. Probably the Toyota GT1. Which, if that's so, come on, Toyota. You really have this car in a touring car championship back home in Japan that is this much faster than your world-challenging Le Mans prototype? That's a poor way through there. Yeah, that's definitely the Toyota GT1 right behind me. That wasn't a bad exit. Apparently it wasn't. I'm able to maintain a gap to the GT1. Wasn't the best way through that set of corners. I feel like I say that a lot going around these old racing tracks, don't I? More often than I say that really was the best way through that corner, I tend to say that was not the best way. I have lots of examples of what not to do. Imagine if you really enjoy this game, or you really enjoy actual race car driving, you will look at this footage and shake your head. And say, where did the world go wrong with creating a creature like Bobo the Vulture? And I'll say, that's awfully harsh, isn't it? And you'll say, no. No, really. Yep, hey, 5th and 6th. Who's a genius? Bobo's a genius. That's right, I skip all of my Mensa meetings so that I can come here and play video games for the internet. I don't understand. I don't understand why I'm being all like this either, internet. It's okay, I love you. Alright, okay, there we go. Loading screens, folks. Back in the days when the PS1 was the fanciest and coolest game console, you weren't really bothered by loading screens because they were pretty much a fact of life. You were not going to have a lack of loading screens. There were always going to be loading screens for something. Alright, what is the other car that would be able to do this? The GT40 race car would. Let's go with the GT40 race car. It is not the fastest car, but it's a good car. It is my new car. It's either going to be this or the Espace. I suppose in theory I should feel good. I was about to say I could feel good about winning with this. I could feel good about winning with either of them. Because neither of them really have any right beating the fastest cars in the world. This car, because it's 40 years old, probably about 40 years old at the time that this game was made. Let's hit up the Red Rock Valley here. and see what there is to see. There's a GT1 that is among the big guns that they will pull out in this race. But yeah, I can feel good about winning in this car because it's a vintage car, an antique, if you will. Even if you won't, that's what it is. Wow. Had that happened in real life, folks, everyone would be dead. Not just me, the fans. The people watching would have probably had their eyes melt in shock and horror. It's gruesome, I know, but those are the harsh realities of auto racing. Oh, is there a Lister Storm back here just to feed me some sympathy? That's exactly what it is. Well, that's just super. The one thing that this car does have is, seems to rotate through that last turn a little bit better than some of the others. If you're remembering that that's how it works, and you're able to handle it, you can actually sort of dirt track the GT40 through that big long first curve. Yeah, been racing a lot of cars here on Red Rock in this particular event that have buttloads of downforce. The GT40 doesn't really have that. The GT40 comes from an era when, if you were attempting to win at Le Mans, what you did was attempt to take as much, basically just make the car sort of as slick as possible moving through the air. They weren't really working off of the whole downforce theory. At that point, they were just worried about, you know, like having it move through the air like an airfoil or something. They hadn't gotten on downforce yet, they'd just gotten on to aerodynamic efficiency, like moving through the air pretty well. As a matter of fact, a lot of cars of this era, and I believe even the early GT40s, they'll be designed so slick and smooth aerodynamically all around the nose that drivers would complain about lift in the front of the car, especially in mid-engine cars like the GT40 was. There's also a big problem with the Lamborghini Miura. The engine was in the back. There was no downforce really to speak of, so as the car got faster and faster going, it just sort of would continue to hunker a little bit on the heavy part of the car where the engine was. Actually, a number of other cars that were that way. That they generated lift in the front. And you don't want a whole lot of lift at high speeds in these cars where you can avoid it anyways, but especially solely in the front, because that's where the turning wheels are. Essentially, it means that you're losing control of the car. rather rapidly. Speaking of losing control of the car rather rapidly, hi everybody who just caught up to me. Especially you, GT1. I see you back there. I have not given up the lead, despite what you may have heard. The lead, she still is mine. Hey, Zachary Dean. I am focused on the task at hand, my friend, and I cannot pay you any mind. My apologies. Oh, criminy. No, Zachary Dean. You have to listen to the words that I was just saying to you. Damn it all. May as well cross the line and get the prize for 5th, but... I want to blame that on being distracted by an animal, but... Nah. What are you gonna do? Last turn, too. You're ruining my time frame for this, cat. Why don't I have a prize for the tuned Turbo Car number 1 Cup? Because it's a special stage R5, is that it? That's no reason not to have that. I should have that. Why don't I have that? What's a really good turbocharged car I have? Pfft, well, that. What other really great ones do I have? I just used the Skyline Silhouette formula in the last race, guys. That's why I was like, maybe I don't want to do that. Oh, this is for road cars, though, isn't it? Mostly. I might take the Mines R32.5 Skyline GTR with its 618 horsepower. Take it out there and see how that works. And if it doesn't, I can always use the RR33 then. It's a half a 1 better. That'll make it way better overall. I don't believe me either, folks. Don't worry about it. Okay. Let's strike out here. Let's strike out and strike heads. So this is special stage Route 5 rather than the Clubman stage R5. Special stage is the annoying one. Yeah. Oh, and look, I'm surrounded by mines. I'm in a minefield. Everybody realized, hey, this is probably the car to bring to this event. And so everyone did. Yeah, pretty much likes going straight ahead or slowing down and turning. Doesn't like accelerating. It likes accelerating, it likes braking, it likes turning. It doesn't like doing any two of those things at once. Alright, 618 horsepower. Prove to me that you are the best. It's pretty much just slide and wheel spin fest, isn't it? As I suppose actually having a car like this might be. A crazy festival of non-stop wheel spin. Oh my, guys, wasn't that unusual? Now, you guys stay back there. Not having this conversation again. Now, is that a better way through there? Will it provide me with better overall time? Am I pulling away from everyone else by driving more sedately and properly? Alright. Shit, don't know, but... Come on. Doing this last turn shenanigans in all these races. What is this? Ugh. That's annoying. Now I gotta go get a big gun and come back. I didn't want to do that. I wanted to just win fair and square. Like I almost did. Like I felt like I was in a really good position to, until just balled things up there in the last moment. Yes, folks, gotta go back, gotta get really crazy car. Really, really crazy, crazy good car. Why are we kidding ourselves? We all know it's gonna be the Skyline Silhouette Formula R30. It's an old fallback, it's an old fave. I really do wish that they had an item description about it. And besides, it has less horsepower than the other car. It's not as fast, really. It's perfectly okay and fair. I'm being easy on you guys. I'm being easy on you guys. Great, now, when I hear myself doing the, like, sweet and innocent, "Oh no, this is okay" voice, I'm going to think that the video screwed up and that it is actually Chipmunk voice. It's not really, future Bobo. So there's a lot of mine skylines in this race, even when I'm not in one. I guess that's really their way of saying that that is the car that you should be racing this event in. If you wanna win. I almost did. If I'd gone back and done it again, probably would have. But you know, if ifs and ands were pots and pans, we'd have no need for cobblers. I think that's how that expression goes. People that cobble pots and pans, not the people that cobble shoes, you know what I mean? Haha, I felt all smooth for missing the one wall. And swung right into the other one. But it's okay, folks. We'll be finished with this race fairly soon. Final lap. Here it is. It's odd, even though this is a much faster and in theory therefore more difficult to handle car, and I'm being more quiet as though these are super serial times, I really do feel like this car has been easier to drive around here than the mines. Probably again because of, you know, grippy tires and extra downforce and stuff. That's true, I never got pairs of super soft tires for those mines skylines. I bet that would have made a world of difference. In terms of their acceleration, and in terms of being able to get them to turn where I want them to go. And to not quite slide in the same ways that I didn't want them to. Nah, either way. We won handily. because we cheated. And mine's car will finish in second, because if we were racing a real car, we would have been racing that and would have been the one to win with. It's okay, though. New car acquired. We're not going to save the game. We're going to continue. And we're going to check what that prize car is. Because I think I've already sold the Speed 12s, have I? Of course, if I haven't, then it all seems a bit foolish. Might have gone through an entire video and then some. It's another R33 Drag GTR. I already have one. HKS R33 Drag GTR. Just making sure it's not the exact same. Yeah, it's the exact same. Although on the bright side, you know what that means. I now have $2 million. Yes, I do. And while this video has gone long, I'm going to go to the store and use that $2 million to buy the best car. It's the best car. It's the best car. Look at it there. It's the best car. It's hardly even really a car. It's a crazy machine. That thing's crazy enough on its own. But let's look at its big brother. The Escudo Pikes Peak version. Nobuhiro Monster Tajima, driving his customized cultist, entered the Pikes Peak Auto Hill Climb every year between 1989 and 1994, winning the Unlimited division in 92 and 93, and coming in second place overall in 93. He entered again in 94, switching from his cultist to an Escudo-based racer, and came in overall first place in 95 with a twin-engine Escudo, which in 96 evolved into a twin V6 engine model. The engine is based on the same engine used in the top-of-the-line Escudo street car, a 2.5-liter dual overhead cam 6-valve model H25A V6. These two engines, rear and mid-mounted to the aluminum space frame body, are supercharged with twin turbos and deliver an amazing 999 horsepower at maximum output with maximum torque of 688 feet. These engines are combined with a sequential 6-speed gearbox and naturally all-wheel drive. Double wishbone suspension and carbon disc brakes are used for both front and rear wheels, with 8 piston calibers in the front and 4 piston calibers in the rear. This vehicle was specifically designed to win the Pikes Peak competition despite the large body. Features such as the aluminum space frame keep the weight down to a super lightweight 1,760 pounds for a power weight ratio of 1.77 pounds per horsepower, making this a monster machine indeed. It is a monster machine, folks. Oh my goodness, is this a monster machine. We're purchasing it. We're getting in the car. It's our new car. We're going to go win $500,000 right off the bat. No questions asked. No quarter given. This car will earn back its money, and it's taken no time. This car is otherworldly, folks. It's from another world. Now let's go into settings. Let's actually let's go into the tires. I'm not going to bother with tuning. Pretty sure that this thing will be fine on its own. Pikes Peak Hill Climb Unlimited basically just means these cars have giant, ridiculous wings and make giant, ridiculous horsepower. Generally through crazy amounts of turbocharging, which is a especially effective way to do that in high... look at this! Remember those guys? Or no, are they already a distant memory? I kind of feel like they're already a distant memory. Are you looking at the acceleration numbers down there, guys? I got off-road for an instant there. Oh man, I really didn't take that turn very well. It's okay, I'm still going to exceed 200 miles an hour before we reach the end of this straightaway. Easily! This car has all the downforce, all the grip, and most importantly, all the power. What's crazy about this car, in addition to how much faster it is than just about anything else that I can imagine in the game, is how forgiving it is. You can go spinning off in a crazy direction, and if you hit the gas again, it will just straighten right out and blast off in the direction that the car is pointing at that moment. This is the All-Star race, the one where I'm supposed to be going up against sort of the nicest and best and coolest cars in the game. Look at where they are on the map compared to where I am on the map. Yeah, you see how I should have completely spun out there? And didn't? That's right, this car is doing that. Breaks all the rules. By the rules, I mean laws of physics. All the hissing of letting off of the throttle and the turbos going slightly off boil. Hi! And of course there's also that issue where if you drive into a wall it doesn't especially matter because you can just accelerate again. Honestly, if this game had a drag race mode, this thing still probably would have outdone the HKS Drag GTR and all those cars. Oh, that slide. This thing is just insane, folks. That's all there is to this thing. It's just insane. Running, 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 running. All of them are running. What is the second place car's time? I'm still kind of curious. 23 seconds. 23 seconds! Be on the next car. Isn't that Opel Calibra? It's trying so hard. It's not gonna make it. Not next to this thing. Not next to this little raging ball of insanity. It's got two twin turbocharged and supercharged and ultracharged V6 engines, so it's like a W12, except they're not actually sharing it. I don't know they're sharing a common crankshaft. Either way, though, it boggles the mind, folks. This car. Look at it. Look at it and fear! It's all over the place and it doesn't even matter. Oh, man. Oh, nice! Nice close-up angle of the Insano-mobile. The Escudo Pikes Peak version. So I've shown it, and I may use it in an endurance race or two. And if somehow I find that I'm being very downtrodden and incapable of winning, like, World Championship or something like that, maybe I'll bring it out again some more for that. But I'm gonna try not to abuse the Escudo Pikes Peak version too much, because it really does feel like a hack. I may still bring it out here to win money. And again, you know, like, it's still nice to bring out occasionally for fun, but yeah. You know what? I'm gonna leave us on this angle. I was gonna be like, oh, let me go back and exit this race and stuff. You know what happens when we exit the race and all that stuff. I'm just gonna let you look at this as the final image of this particular event. The Escudo Pikes Peak version. What the hell? Anyways, folks, this is Bobo the Vulture. This is Let's Play Gran Turismo 2. Thanks very much for watching. I'll see you all next time. Take care. Good night.